Hello everyone, this is MC Deck Discussions and I'm Abby Small, and today we have a gameplay against Standard Ronan with Wasp. And so I'll go ahead and walk you through the setup here. As usual, I'll have timestamps, so if there's anything you feel like you need to skip because you already know about it, you can just skip ahead. But here's the setup for Ronan. So first of all, you put the Kree command ship environment and the Milano support into play. The Kree command ship gives him an extra encounter card each round. And then for first player, has a first player interrupt when a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck. Exhaust the Milano and spend one resource of any type. Cancel that card's when revealed effects. Note it just cancels the when revealed effects, not the entire card. The Milano will start off on our side over here. Okay. It's a resource generator, permanent in setup. And then this is also this is an environmental card here. Okay. And then attach the universal weapon to Ronan the Accuser. The universal weapon's right here. We can get rid of it temporarily. I'll deal with that if we actually do that. So it gives him +1 scheme and +1 attack, and also gives Ronan stalwart. And then we need to attach the Power Stone to the first player. Let's go grab that. Okay, Power Stone. Okay, there we go, and shuffle the encounter deck. All right, and then in addition, Ronan the Accuser himself has toughness, and when Ronan the Accuser activates against you, give him 1 additional boost card if you control the Power Stone. So he will be using that right away. Let me go ahead and flip this over, and as you can see, it has 2 scheme on it right now, 2 threat on it right now, excuse me. There is a first player action, exhaust the Milano, remove 3 threat from this scheme. Note that it will add 2 threat each at the beginning of each round as well. All right, let's go ahead and draw our hand. Okay, and you can see our hand right here. Okay, and then let's go ahead and check out the deck real fast. All right, name of the deck is Multiple Manned and Mooned because it has multiple man in it and also has Moon Girl, which we're expected to use regularly. Multiple man we're actually expected to use just once per deck pass. It's not something we would normally expect to put back into our deck, but it is meant to be to help set things up. We also have Grant Ward, I already mentioned Moon Girl, Nick Fury. We should be recycling back into the deck with Wasp's alter ego ability. We have Nick Fury Sr., Professor X, and Vivian. Professor X is to help us go down to alter ego side, which with Wasp you definitely want to regularly, at least the way I play her. We also have Face the Past, Build Support, Superpower Training. We have all 3 of the resource doubles, including also the Power on All of Us. And then we have Avenger's Mansion, Dr. Sinclair, and Quinn Carrier. And then for our upgrades, we have Downtime, Ingenuity, and 3 copies of Ready for a Fight to also let us go down to alter ego side. All right, let's go ahead and get started playing. All right, and for those who haven't seen this before, this is meant to be a demo play. It's not a full playthrough. So I'll show the initial round and then come back again later in the game. All right, so just when we have the deck built out. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on our end. I would like to have some kind of ally to begin with, so I'm going to get rid of a fair number of cards here. So we're going to mulligan this card, this one, and this one. And I think I'll hold on to Dr. Sinclair and Build Support. And let's go ahead and draw up our hand size again. And we do have a copy of Multiple Man. So let's go ahead and get Multiple Man into play. So let's see, we're going to spend 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we'll get Multiple Man in. And here's another copy of Multiple Man and another copy of Multiple Man. All right, and shuffle the deck. There's what Multiple Man says. After Multiple Man enters play, search your deck in hand for a copy of Multiple Man, put it into play, shuffle your deck if it was searched this way. All right, in addition, we're going to go ahead and get our Build Support out into play. And we're going to use Nadia Van Dyne's alter ego ability because I would like to eventually get Dr. Sinclair back. And then looking at these other cards, we're just going to leave them there. All right. So let's go ahead and shuffle the or excuse me, keep this order, but then shuffle the deck. Okay? All right, there's her ability, by the way, if you, just in case anybody doesn't know it, her alter ego ability, shuffle up to 2 cards with a printed mental resource from your discard pile into your deck, right? And we plan on using that as regularly as we can. Let's flip over to our hero side. We're gonna stay on Wasp's, the giant side here. And we're gonna go ahead and use her ability to thwart the build support, getting rid of all the thwart there, putting it out of play, and we're going to use that to go ahead and grab Quinn Carrier. All right, there's Quinn Carrier. Shuffle the deck. All right, excellent. Got a resource generator already. We're going to go ahead and use multiple man to get rid of 2 threat. Oops, hit the wrong thing. Try that again. There we go. Get rid of 2 threat. And we're going to use this multiple man here to go ahead and get rid of that tough. There. All right. So let's ready up and draw our hand size. Okay. So let's go ahead and add 2 threat to the main scheme. We're going to go ahead and attack with Roman. We do have the Power Stone, so he is going to get his 2 boost cards. And we'll go ahead and defend with 1 copy of multiple man. So it's attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that gets rid of multiple man there. And we'll get 2 encounter cards. Flip up the first. Attach to the enemy with the highest ATK. Reduce the amount of damage attached character takes from each attack by 1. We can spend 3 resources of the same type to discard this card. We might take advantage of that. Let's see what we get now. Ronan the Accuser attacks the player who controls the Power Stone. If no attacks were made this way, this card gains Surge. That's the when revealed ability. We are going to use the Milano, and we'll spend 1 other card. Let's go ahead and spend... I'm going to spend this one here. Okay, and that will, so we're using this ability right here, right? When a treachery card is revealed from the counter deck, we exhausted the Milano and spent 1 resource of any type. Cancel that card to win revealed ability. All right. Okay, so win revealed effects. Okay, looks like it's our turn. All right, so that's what I'm going to show for now, and we'll be back later when things are set up more, and hopefully we've made some progress against Ronan. All right, I'm going to unpause. We haven't built anything out really at all. We actually lost the Quinn Carrier, so we're in a worse off position with that regard, but we are in stage 2 of the villain phase here. And we're just going to see what happens because it's a bit of a dangerous situation. We also have Fanaticism out here that he just got, so we could be in trouble. But let's go ahead and play Professor X to begin with. I'm going to use the Power in All of Us plus Pinpoint Strike to play Professor X. He still doesn't have, I had gotten rid of, what is that card called? Let me flip this over to see what it's called again. The Universal Weapon, I had gotten rid of that earlier, and so it's still over here in the other deck. He doesn't have that currently. And let's go ahead and remove the threat from Cut the Power, which came out when Ronan flipped over to that side. So he also still has this Kree combat armor. I don't remember when he got it, but that reduces the amount of damage attached character takes from each attack by 1. Okay. All right, and then we currently have 11 health, so that gives us a chance to go ahead and get rid of the superior tactics as well. So we'll flip over to our alter ego side, and we'll put 1 copy of Pinpoint Strike back in the deck, and a second one. Yes, we'll put a second copy of Pinpoint Strike back in the deck. Okay, and we'll keep the order and go ahead and shuffle this. 14 cards in it. We still haven't drawn Nick Fury, so it could end up working out quite well to have strength over here. Let's go ahead and ready up and draw our hand size. Interesting. All right, so let's go ahead and add 2 threat here. And oh, when I brought Professor X out, it confused the villain. And then now the villain is no longer confused, and it gets 2 encounter cards. Let's flip the first one. This Kree Commando that has Patrol. And then flip this one. This card gains Surge, but we will use the Milano and spend... Let's spend Pinpoint Strike as well, and that will get rid of this card here. Okay. All right, and then now it's our turn. Professor X is gone now. We are in Alter Ego side still, though, so I would like to get this Pinpoint Strike back in the deck and get Professor X back. We'll keep the order here, and we'll shuffle this back up. All right, so let's go ahead and take advantage of this. We'll spend the 2 energy and the strength and get Avenger's Mansion out and draw us a card. And then let's go ahead and flip over, and we'll go ahead and attack with Wasp Sting. And we'll hit for 4 damage here onto the Kree Commando. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll go ahead and attack with Wasp and finish him off. All right, and that'll leave that at that. Let's ready up, and let's draw our hand size. And this is going to bust now. And then attach the Power Stone to Ronan the Accuser. If he already has it, he gets an extra boost card. Ooh, I forgot about that. This was not wise. Okay. All right. Okay, and then let's go ahead and flip that over. All right, and it has 1 threat on it. It's still going to gain 2 threat per turn. Okay, so let's give him another boost card. And let's see, he's attacking for 3, 4, 5. And we will go ahead and defend for 3. And let's see, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, minus 3. So we took 7 damage, we're down to 4. All right, so we could be losing this really quickly here. Let's get 2 encounter cards. Here's the first one, and that'll stay. And here's the second one. Okay. All right, very interesting. Let's see what we can do here. Let's draw a card. And we get Professor X. So let's go ahead and attack with, let's see. Oh, I did forget that Fanaticism here used up one of these counters. All right. Okay, first let's use the Milano's ability here. So first player action, exhaust Milano, remove 3 threat from this scheme. So we're going to do that. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and play Professor X. And that's going to confuse the villain, and then Professor X will remove the rest of that. Okay. All right, and then we're going to go to Alter Ego side, and we'll keep the 2 cards we have. We'll put Pinpoint Strike back in, and we'll go ahead and put Genius back in. Keep that order, and let's go ahead and shuffle up the deck, and let's draw our hand, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why did it draw 7? Okay, I undid that. Let's shuffle that back up. I don't know why I did that, so let's get up to 6. Here, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and reverse that. All right. Okay, and let's add 2 threat here. And he's confused. Get rid of that confused. Beetle's going to add 1 more. And then let's get 2 encounter cards. Here's the first one. The universal weapon is back. And then let's get the next one. Ronan the Accuser schemes with +1 scheme. We're going to use the Milano here and spend a resource to get rid of that. Let's see, let's spend Pinpoint Strike. Okay, all right, and that will get rid of You Stand Accused, and return, so Professor X is gone. All right, we need to heal up, so let's go ahead and heal for 3, get us back up to 7, and it's still a bit dangerous there. Let's go ahead and draw a card, but before we do, we're on Alter Ego side still. So I think I'd like to get Professor X back in the deck, and let's get a Pinpoint Strike back in the deck. All right, keep the order and shuffle this. Okay, so let's draw a card. And we get Professor X. All right, let's get Moon Girl out. So we're going to go with Moon Girl. We're going to use Genius and Nick Fury Sr. to play Moon Girl and draw 3 cards. All right. Okay, and then that did good. We went through our deck, so that put a counter card out here automatically. Now let's flip over to the hero side. Okay, and let's get Nick Fury in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nick Fury comes in, and we'll draw 3 cards. And let's see. I think we're gonna go ahead and. Man, that would be dangerous to take 2 damage here. And all right, yeah, let's do it. Let's take 2 damage and get another encounter card. Oh man, that's so bad. All right, let's go ahead and attack for 2, and attack for 2 more, and get rid of Beetle. Shuffle that deck. Okay. Oh, I probably should have shown Beetle's ability. So if you don't pay a physical resource, Beetle gets shuffled back into the encounter deck when it's defeated. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and spend these 3, get Professor X out. Oh, but now he can't be stalwarted. My goodness. Yeah, we're going to take the 2 damage and an extra card. We're going to risk it. Okay, so get rid of the universal weapon, shuffle that up. Okay, and Professor X, so now he is. I should have never flipped over to this side. There's no reason to. All right, and then let's do this and get rid of 3 of these. Yeah, there was no reason to, right? We already had Professor X on this side. We knew we were going to draw 3 cards. We knew Nick Fury we were going to draw. We have Ready for a Fight over here. Yeah, I didn't think that through, but I thought it through now. Okay, all right. So we're back to this side here, and yeah, we're just going to stay on that side, Alter Ego side. So I did a little retraction there. All we did was heal up, and then we turned over, and there was nothing to play or anything. So we'll just stay on that side. That was silly to flip over. Should have waited to flip over till I saw what all I had in my hand. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and ready everybody and draw up our hand size. Okay. So he's confused. But first, 2 threat gets put on the main scheme. Okay. And he's confused. Let's unconfuse him. Okay. And then he has 2 of these already. He gets 2 more. And here's the first one. Quick Strike, which does not go into effect. We're on that side. When revealed on Alter Ego, you may exhaust the Milano. If you do not, the villain schemes with +1 scheme. So let's exhaust the Milano. Get rid of that one. Flip the next card. Our obligation. Okay. Let's exhaust and get rid of that out of the game. And then 1 more. We can exhaust the Milano, which we've already done, spend 2 energy resources, which we're going to do. We're going to spend these 2 energy resources and get rid of that card. Okay, and it's the end of the round, and that went maybe about as well as could be hoped for. Nick Fury's gone and Professor X is gone. We're in alter ego side, so we're going to grab Nick Fury, put him back in the deck. And do we want to grab Professor X as well? Yeah, let's grab Professor X too. All right, and keep the order there. Oh, hold on. No, you know what? Instead of grabbing Professor X, what I'm going to grab is Dr. Sinclair. Okay. All right, keep the order there, shuffle up. Okay, okay, let's draw a card. Oh, why didn't it shuffle? There we go. All right, let's go ahead and draw a card. All right, so that's Wasp's helmet. Let's see. Okay, we did not get a chance to heal up at all. That's so bad. All right, sorry about that long pause there. Let's go ahead and play Nick Fury Sr. So I'm going to use these 2 and plus Quinn Carrier and Pinpoint Strike to play Nick Fury Sr. And we're going to use that to draw 2 cards. And then we'll go ahead and use these 2 cards to play Vivian. All right, and let's use his thwart ability here to get rid of Mother's Orders. We're going to use Vivian to attack for 1 and get rid of this tough. Because these guys just have quick strike, so nothing else special about them. Okay, so I'm going to leave it at that. And we're going to flip over to alter ego side. And let's ready up and draw our hand size. Oh, wait a minute. No, before we do that, let's see if there are any cards we want to put back in the deck. Let's see. Actually, I'd like to put Multiple Man back in, so we have all 3 back in there. And then let's go ahead and put this double resource back in. We have all the Pinpoint Strikes, huh? Okay, let's get a Pinpoint Strike back in too. Okay, now we readied up and draw our hand size. Okay, back over to Ronan's turn. I'm going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. And he is going to, we're going to use Ready for a Fight. So instead of him scheming, he's going to attack us. So put 1 boost card out. And we're going to go ahead and defend with Nick Fury Sr. And that does 2 extra damage. So Nick Fury Sr. is gone. These 2 attack for 1 each. And then we'll go ahead and get 2 encounter cards. Here's the first one. It's an advance. We're going to use the Milano and spend 1 resource, Ant-Man, to get rid of that advance. 1 more card. And Beetle is back. Here you can see the ability. So Beetle has guard. And then when Beetle is defeated, choose to either spend 1 physical resource or shuffle Beetle back into the encounter deck. So now you can see that. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and we're going to shuffle into the deck another Pinpoint Strike. Keep the order there and shuffle the deck. And we're going to go ahead and draw a card. And then let's go ahead and play Nick Fury. So we're going to play, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Nick Fury, draw 3 cards. Okay, and let's flip over. Actually, let's heal up 3. Okay, and then flip over to tiny hero form, and we're going to go ahead and use pinpoint strike. Hold on, that froze up on me. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can fix that. Okay, so we use pinpoint strike to hit Beetle, and because we're in tiny hero form, it deals 8 damage instead of 7 and gains overkill. So it deals 4 damage to Beetle. Shuffle that back into the deck. 4 damage to Ronan. Down from 18 to 14. And then because we defeated an enemy, we deal 1 damage to the villain using Wasp's tiny hero ability here, small but mighty. Down to 13. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and use Nick Fury's ability, or we're going to attack with Nick Fury and deal 2 more damage. Down to 11. Let's ready up, and let's draw our hand size. All right. Okay, let's see if we get lucky here to finish him off. We're going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. He's going to attack. He gets 1 card here. And we'll defend with Nick Fury. And Nick Fury is defeated. And then these 2 attack for 1 point each. And we get 2 encounter cards. Here's the first one. Has Guard and Stalwart. That is too bad. And then this one here. Beetle attacks you with +1 ATK. If no attack is made this way, it gains Surge. So it gains Surge. Oh, wait a minute. That's the Rune Revealed ability. Let's back up. Now let's use the Milano and spend a card here. I'm going to spend a multiple man. Do we already have multiple man? Yes. So we're going to spend multiple man, and we're going to get rid of that card. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and draw a card. And it gets, oh, we went through our deck, so we drew another, got another encounter card here. Let's go ahead and attack. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll attack with pinpoint strike on this Kree Lieutenant, dealing, we're in tiny hero form still, so we deal 8 damage. 1 of that point carries over to the villain. And then because that minion was defeated, we deal 1 more damage to the minion, to the villain, making it 8. And then we're going to flip over to the big hero side, and we're going to go ahead and attack for 3 more damage. Down to 5. That was weird the way it skipped. Okay. And leave it at that. He's going to get 3 encounter cards, huh? Now let's put it back up to 8. Wow, why does it keep skipping around? Okay. Got to get it back to 8. Yeah, we're going to get rid of a couple of threat here. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. If I had attack, that would put him at 5. And then we could win on the next round with some luck. We're going to hope for some luck. I am going to put it at 5. I'm going to put this back up. Okay. All right. Okay, that's ready. And let's draw our hand size. Okay, so it gets 2 threat. He's going to attack, so it gets a boost card. And we'll defend with Moon Girl. And Moon Girl is defeated. Gets 2 extra encounter cards. Here's the first one. It has Patrol. Here's the next one. Beetle, who has Guard. And here's the next one. Exhaust Milano. And we can get rid of that. Okay, our turn. Let's finish this game right now. Let's draw a card with Avenger's Mansion. And let's go ahead and attack with Pinpoint Strike. 3 resources. We're hitting Beetle. Beetle is the only one with Guard. So hitting for 4 damage plus an extra 4 because it's 8 damage altogether. So 4 of that goes on to Ronan. and Beetle is defeated, which means that, oh, we flipped over to Tiny Hero side. Sorry, I meant to do that so I could be able to use the overkill ability on this. And that deals 1 extra damage at the end to Ronan because of Wasp's small but mighty ability. So that finishes him off. Okay? And we could have even done some more damage here. We could have played Wasp Sting to deal 5 more damage in Tiny Hero form and finish him off some more. Okay. So that's it. Ended up defeating Ronan in standard here. Okay, definitely had some luck go our way, but that did work out. So very good. Hope you enjoyed that demonstration of Wasp deck. Certainly went a lot longer than I thought it would, and but you got to see a lot of what Wasp does, especially going down to Alter Ego and shuffling cards back into her deck. All right, have a good one, everybody.